Om Shanti. Good morning. Is my voice coming through?
Yes, Harsha yes.
Good morning. This is a beautiful Murli from January 22nd of 1988. So something on the lines of Brahma Baba and the life story of Brahma Baba. Baba says, the first step of courage is to surrender. The first step of courage is to surrender. Baba says, today Bab Dada, Sneh ke Sagar, the ocean of love, is pleased to see his lovely, loving children. Each and every loving soul has just the one deep desire and the elevated thought that they should all become equal to Baba and become merged in love. To become merged in love means to become equal to Baba. So this is one beautiful visual to practice. So Baba was telling, uh, uh, so when I become soul conscious, so then we can see uh, we're not just visualizing the soul. So we are pulling ourselves away, our mind and our heart away from these worldly things and trying to tune into that light. So tune into that light of home, that light of Baba, and also feeling Baba's love. So subtle, so deep, that as if we are merged into the light and we are becoming like the ocean of love. So the visual and the practice of light, the vibration, and that aura. So Baba says, everyone's deepest desire is to become equal to Baba and become merged in love. And to become merged in love is to become equal to Baba, like Sneh ke Sagar. Everyone has the determined thought in their heart that they definitely have to give a return of the love, the powerful sustenance, and the limitless, imperishable treasures they have received from Bap Dada. What will you give as a return? Apart from the love in your heart, what else do you have? Whatever you have has been given to you by the Father. What else will you give? To become equal to Baba is the return, and you can all do this. So Baba is setting the high target, the return of Baba's love, Baba's powerful palna, and all the imperishable treasure is to become like Baba. Bab Dada is seeing that nowadays the awareness of Father Brahma has especially merged in everyone's heart to a great extent. This awareness is not of the physical body, but the awareness of the specialities of his divine activities. Because the Alaukik Brahmin life is the life of being an embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Swarup. Brahmin life when we are doing our 5 forms, Brahmin life is Gyan Swarup, and when we become deity, Vishnu is Gun Swarup, and when you become like a Shankar, it is Shakti Swarup. So as you go through the deeper layers of consciousness, we move away from worldly consciousness and we come closer. When we become more subtle, we come closer to Brahmapuri, which is Gyan Swarup stage. And as we go deeper, Gyan leads to Gun, all that Vishnu form, Gun Swarup, Sneha Swarup. And then as we go deeper into Baba's loving light, we become Shakti Swarup, that Shankar Puri, Shakti Swarup. And then we become merged in Baba's love in the soul world. So Baba is telling that this awareness of being merged in Baba's love, Brahma Baba's love, is the awareness of specialities, not just physical body, but the awareness of the specialities of his divine activities, Brahma Baba's divine activities. Because the Alaukik Brahmin life is the life of being an embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Swarup. Not just the knowledge, but the activities that we do where Gyan is embodied. Because of being an embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Swarup, the awareness of body will not bring any waves of sorrow. Gyan helps us to go beyond the sorrow that comes from this worldly interactions. In a life without knowledge, whenever people remember someone, the physical body of that person would appear in front of them. Because it is a bodily relation, they experience sorrow. However, when you Brahmin children remember the Alaukik Brahma, Alaukik Father, you receive power that you too definitely have to become equal to the Father. The awareness of the Alaukik Father brings you power. The awareness of Alaukik Father brings you the power. That is, it gives you power. Even when some children show the love in their heart with pearls in their eyes, they're not tears of sorrow or tears of separation, but they are pearls of love. That is love of meeting of hearts. You are not yogis who are separated, but Raj yogis. Because true love from the heart brings you power for you to give the Father a fast return. To give a return means to become equal. It is with this method that you will return to your sweet home with your loving Bap Dada. To give a return means to become equal. It is with this method that you will return to your sweet home with your loving Bap Dada. Just imagine as we pull ourselves away from this worldly bodily sensations, bodily triggers, as we move away from these worldly interactions, and we are so absorbed in our Gyan Swarup, Gun Swarup, Shakti Swarup, and absorbed in Baba's loving light, we can see how Brahma Baba traveled back into the subtle region and guiding us back to the home. So Baba is telling to become equal to Baba means to return home with Baba. As we shift our awareness, we return home. This is why your love and remembrance makes you detached from the world and loving to the Father. Another example that comes to my mind is Chandramani Dadi. So if you remember Chandramani Dadi, she was uh, deeply absorbed in love, and she was having a chit chat with Baba in the subtle region, and somehow she left the body, and then the whole kriya karma was also being done. And then after a while, after a couple of days, she said like, okay, I will go back to my service. So Baba said like, oh, there is no body there. So it is that effortless it becomes when we are really absorbed in Baba's love. So how gracefully we detach from the world by being absorbed in love. We become totally unaware of what's happening around, what's happening to our body, what's happening in our bodily world. That's a beautiful practice. Baba is defining what it means to be in Baba's love. Baba's love means which takes our awareness totally beyond our body. Even if our body was totally cremated, we are not even aware when we are totally absorbed in Baba's love. So, Bab Dada was seeing children's thoughts of becoming powerful and their enthusiasm to become equal to Baba. He was seeing the specialities of Father Brahma. If you were to speak about Brahma Baba's specialities, how many would there be? There are specialities at every step, even in his thoughts, at every moment. He had the zeal and enthusiasm to make everyone special. In a practical way, you saw in him the speciality of constantly putting zeal and enthusiasm into every soul through his attitude. Putting zeal and enthusiasm in every soul through his attitude. Very interesting. Huh? Vritti se Baba's vritti, something to digest. Like, what is that? Vritti is not just a thought. Vritti is something that leads to a beautiful atmosphere that uplifts. So, Baba's speciality, even in his thoughts, at every moment, he had the zeal and enthusiasm to make everyone special. In a practical way, you saw in him the speciality of constantly putting zeal and enthusiasm in every soul through his attitude. Through his words, he gave courage. He brought hope to those who felt hopeless. He made weak souls fly with the flying stage. He made everyone worthy of service. His every word was elevated, sweet, and yukti. In the same way, he was children's companion in every action and made them karma yogi. He wasn't just an observer, he watched with detachment, but in order to give children the experience of importance of the physical work, he was a companion in action. Whatever action I perform, children who see me will automatically do the same. He constantly taught this lesson through his actions. In relationships, and connections with little children. He became like the little children and he made him happy. With retired elderly people, he was experienced and constantly gave them zeal and enthusiasm. With little children, he was like a child. With youth, he was like a youth, and with elders, he was like an elderly person, and constantly made each one move forward. With his relationships and connections, he always gave the experience of belonging. Little children would also say, Baba doesn't love anyone else as much as he loves me. He gave each one so much love that each one felt Baba is mine. This is the specialty of relationships and connection. In looking at others, he saw the specialty and virtues of every soul. In his thoughts, even while always knowing someone to be a last number bead, he always had pure and positive thoughts for such a soul that even such a soul constantly moves forward. All the children experienced such specialities because to become equal is in all of these things means to follow the Father. Is it difficult to follow in this way? This is called love. This is called giving the return. So again, Baba is telling, what does it mean equal to Baba? With his thoughts, we give zeal and enthusiasm in a practical way, constantly inspiring others with the words, giving courage and giving hope to hopeless and making weak souls fly in a flying stage. In everyone worth and making everyone worthy of service, and with every words are invaluable, sweet, and yukti yukt. In the same way, he was the children's companion in every action. Whatever action I perform, children who see me will automatically do the same. Let's meditate on that. So beautiful, Murli. Baba is inspiring us to become equal to Baba. So everyone, Baba in every relationship. With children, he's children. He's like a child. With youth, he's like a youth. With elders, he's like an elderly person. So everyone needs to feel that they were given special love, and Baba makes everyone loved so much. So to follow To become equal in all of these things means to follow the Father. So now Baba is setting a high bar. Is it difficult to follow in this way? This is called love. This is giving the return. Bab Dada was seeing how much return each child has given. Everyone has the aim, but the number lies in their practical life. Therefore, everyone wants to be equal to number one. Everyone wants to be number one. No one would prefer to be number two or three. This is also a good and powerful aim. But to make your qualifications according to your aim is to become equal. Lakshya, Lakshan. So making our Lakshya equal to our Lakshan, making our Lakshan equal to our Lakshya is to become equal to Baba. For this, what was the first step? What was the first step of courage that Brahma Baba took, through which he experienced being multi-million times fortunate from the beginning? The first step of courage was to surrender everything. He surrendered everything. He didn't think about what would happen or how it would happen. In a second, according to Baba's elevated directions, the first step of courage is to surrender everything. He surrendered everything. He didn't think about what would happen or how it would happen. In a second, according to Baba's elevated direction, Shiv Baba's elevated direction, when Baba gave a signal, it was Baba's signal and Brahma Baba's action or step. Shiv Baba said, create a trust and offer everything to the trust. And he surrendered. Shiv Baba's. He even surrendered his body. He constantly made his mind successful with the method of Man Manabhav. This was how his mind was. Let's meditate on that. So he even surrendered his body. He constantly made his mind successful with the method of Man Manabhav. Shiv Baba gave a direction and Brahma Baba put it into an action. This was how his mind, that is, every thought was successful. That is, he became an embodiment of success. So let's see how he became successful. Heard from Baba, he put it into action, and then he became embodiment of an action. He surrendered his body. He made his mind successful with Manmanabha. Because most of the challenges come in our mind, like why this, how can I, and then all our past worldly uh, thought process comes alive. So he worked on his mind with the method of Manmanabha, keeping Baba in his mind, and let's seeing the action through Baba's eyes and then staying with Baba and let it work through. So he constantly made his mind successful. Success in the mind brings success in the world. He made his mind successful with the method of Manmanaba. This was how his mind, that is, every thought, was successful. That is, he became an embodiment of success without any worry for the future. He surrendered all his wealth because he had the faith that this giving was not giving, but was to receive multi-million fold. In the same way, he also surrendered his relationships. That is, he transformed the Laukik relationships into Alaukik. He didn't leave anybody. He didn't leave anything, but he brought benefit and transformed everything. He surrendered the intellect that had the consciousness of I and the intellect of ego. So try to digest this. These are the subtle aspects of surrender Baba is talking about. Surrendering the wealth is the easy part, but surrendering the mind and intellect is the next level. So without any worry for the future, he surrendered all his wealth because he had the faith that this giving was not giving, but but was to receive multi-million fold. In the same way, he also surrendered his relationships. What does it mean, surrendering the relationship? He transformed the Laukik relationships into Alaukik. He didn't leave anything, but he brought benefit. In the same way, he also surrendered his relationship, that is, transforming the Laukik relationships into Alaukik. He didn't leave anything, but he brought benefit and transformed everything. He surrendered the intellect. Surrendering the intellect means transforming the consciousness of I and mine, the consciousness of limited identity, the ego. Surrendering your limited sense of self. This is how he became completely pure, cool, and bestower of happiness with his body, mind, and intellect. Cool, pure, and bestower of happiness with his body, mind, and intellect. No matter what situation came with his Laukic family, or even from the souls not known to him in the world, neither in the thoughts nor in his dreams did he have any upheaval of doubt, even in a subtle form, not even the slightest thought. Brahma Baba's special wonder was that where all of you had the example of Father Brahma in the corporeal world, in front of all of you, Brahma Baba himself did not have any physical example in front of him. So this is another thing that always amazes me. How would Brahma Baba know what to do and follow through? He has no physical reference to look up to. Only thing is he's totally relying on his inner understanding of Baba, totally tuning into Shiv Baba's direction. And if you actually see, first time when he got the visions, he went to his guru, who has who he has highest regard for, to validate like what he's going through. What does it mean? So even the guru could not understand. So then he slowly started to rely on his own instincts, rely on his own inner conviction. So, so Brahma Baba was totally self-made uh, individual. There is no validation from the external world. Father Brahma's special wonder was that where all of you had the example of Father Brahma in the corporeal form in front of all of you, Brahma himself did not have any physical example in front of him. This is really a wonderful quality of Brahma Baba, which makes Brahma Baba who he is. Why, when somebody says, like, why Brahma Baba, why not somebody else? Because of this quality. Because he is totally self-reliant and he has no physical reference and still follow through. There are no scriptures, there are no uh, dadis like for us, we had dadis to look up to how they were handling situations and we were following through. But Brahma Baba had no physical example in front of him. Unshakable faith and the father's Srimad were his support. For all of you, it is very easy. And the later you came, the easier it is for you because you have the examples of the elevated lives of transformation of many souls. We don't have to just have faith in Gyan, but we can see the visual proof how people's life are transformed, how they are getting uplifted. It is clear for you. You have to do this and become this. This is why there is no margin for you people to question why or what. You can even you can see everything. Whatever there was a margin for these questions to arise for Brahma Baba. What do you have to do? What is going to happen in the future? Am I doing it right or am I wrong? It was possible for these questions to arise, but he made the possible impossible. With one strength and one support, he had the faith in the intellect and became the number one victorious soul. Because of this surrender, his intellect was always light. How did he make his intellect light? With one strength and one support. Ek bal, ek bharosa. He had faith in the intellect and became a number one victorious soul. Because of this surrender, his intellect was always light. He didn't have any burden on his intellect. His mind was carefree. On his face, you always saw the clear signs of carefree emperor. 350 children, and there wasn't even a flower to feed the children. And they had to be fed on time. Just think, could anyone remain carefree in such a situation? The bell had to be rung at 1 p.m. for the lunch, and up to 11 a.m. there was no flower. Who could remain carefree? And this is the power of faith that Brahma Baba had. He had so carefree, even under such circumstance. He remained carefree and unshakable. And what was going on in his mind? This is Baba's responsibility, not mine. I belong to Baba, and children also belong to Baba. I am just an instrument. This is what's kept him carefree. This awareness. This is this awareness of Nimit. This is Baba's responsibility, not mine. So you can see how clearly he has. Baba is not a concept. Shiv Baba is not a concept. Of course, he's incorporeal, but he is making things work in this physical world. He has the deep conviction that it is Shiv Baba's responsibility, not mine. I don't have to put my head into this. This, I belong to Baba. And children also belongs to Baba. I am just an instrument. So I'm just waiting for the signal. Who can have such faith and remain carefree? A soul who is surrendered with his mind and intellect. He did not use his intellect thinking, I didn't know what is going to happen. While everyone starves, will everyone starve? Will this happen or that happen? His mind didn't go into tangents of what is the worst case scenario and what are the next options. So should I call this, should I, his mind didn't even go in that direction at all. He did not use his intellect thinking, I don't know what is going to happen. Will everyone starve? Will this happen or that happen? Although having a margin for such waste thoughts or doubt, he always had powerful thoughts. Baba is always the protector and the benefactor. He has this thought. Baba is the protector and the benefactor. This is the specialty of surrender. So Baba is nicely defining what it means to surrender with example. So just as Father Brahma surrendered and took the first step of courage, follow the Father in the same way. Faith definitely brings victory. Nischay se vijay. The flower came on time, the bell was rung, and they passed. This is known as not having questions, not taking the crooked path, but always putting the full stop of benefit. Full stop. With this method, it will be easy and you will attain success. So, this was the wonder of Father Brahma. Today, you were told about the one first step, surrender. Become free from the burden of worries. This is known as giving the return of love. Just to those who constantly follow the Father at every step, to those who give return of love at every step, to those who always have faith in the intellects and carefree emperors, always remaining free from worry, to those who become equal to the Father in their thoughts, words, deeds, and relationships, to those who constantly have pure and positive thoughts, to those who always see the speciality of each one, to those who constantly make every soul move forward, to the children who are equal to the Father. In this way, heart-filled love and remembrance from the loving Father. Beautiful Murli. Let's take a minute to meditate. Become very subtle. Make your mind very subtle. Make your intellect free from the influence of this physical world. Taking your awareness beyond the bodily world, bodily responsibilities of connections and relations. Very subtle. Make yourself sit before Brahma Baba, Avyakt Brahma Baba. Become the true Brahmin, Gyan Swarup. Totally aware that you are eternal. Everything is a drama. Now you are free from the drama. Free from the influence of the drama. You, the soul, the actor, not under the influence of drama, but you are influencing the drama. Become a Gyan Swarup. Influencing every connection, every relation, making your mind merged in Baba, one Manaba, intellect totally surrender to Baba with full faith, and let the intellect be guided by Baba, and your heart fully absorbed in Baba's love, merged in the ocean of love. Becoming like Baba, Bab Saman stage. Your dristi, vritti, uplifting everyone, totally surrendering to the truth, stabilizing in your eternal awareness, and staying absorbed in that pure, deep love for Baba. Gyan Swarup, Shakti Swarup, surrendering the limited intellect and mind, and embodying the eternal knowledge, love, and power, and being a nimit in every action and interaction, allowing Baba's love and light to work. Om Shanti, Shanti. Anyone would like to share?
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
मैं हूं ना, there's this one poster of Brahma Baba. चिंता क्यों करता हूँ, मैं हूं ना. I think that picture itself, speaks about the life story of Brahma, the concern of Brahma, Avyakt Brahma for us. And that's such a wonderful poster which we just look up to. Courage, surrender, Manmana Bhava. I think these three were the most. There are so many other specialities which we have revised in the Avyakta Master's 18 steps, his 18 action plan, his willpower, total surrender. But in today's Murli, Baba just tells us about courage, surrender, and Manmanabhava, where he summed up all relationships, surrendered everything, or he transferred it to Olympic, where he surrendered his I and ego. So there's no question at all for us to ask why and what. And I like the special thing which Brahma Baba himself says, I am an instrument. Father is the protector and benefactor. I am an instrument. Father is the protector and benefactor. Kamal Brahma Baba, we love you, we love you. What we would do without with you, we will definitely return your love when we return home with you. Thank you, Brahma. Thank you, Brahma. Om Shanti.
Beautiful. Yeah, Baba is the protector and the guide. Yeah. Anyone else? How would you take the support of Brahma Baba? What inspired from this Murli? How is this Murli going to help you in your meditation? Or what is the next Purusharat that you're going to practice based on this Murli today?
Yeah, Om Shanti.
Shanti.
So the first step of courage is that is what Baba says, complete surrender. So Brahma Baba is the example. So he surrendered everything, mind, body. And the mind, he says, constantly keeping Manmanabhav. So Baba was an expert in that. And so Baba um, paid attention there, and how Brahma Baba surrendered the wealth, complete wealth, and relationship, how he transferred Laukik life to Alaukik, everyone in the family. Right? So, those who left, and that was also there, right? Some challenge was also there. But yes, and intellect and the ego consciousness, that was another big surrenderance, because nowadays surrendering ego is a very big thing. That too, a person like Brahma Baba was a very high profile person, very wealthy person, right? So surrendering that eye consciousness, right? That it's really great. So Brahma Baba is, I feel, very special, very, very, very special. That's why I don't think anybody can become equal to Brahma Baba. But maybe somebody will come close.
Yeah. And again, if you actually see one thing, uh, we can use gyan in both ways, you know. One thing is, oh, Baba is responsible and don't do anything and give up and walk away. Or, oh, Baba is doing everything and I'm available to do whatever it takes. So that, sometimes we see we use Gyan to defend body consciousness. In other words, not taking responsibility, not owning it, not being accountable for anything or for some of the things, or saying that, oh, I'm just a nimit, Baba is there, Baba is doing it, and then not taking ownership. So here Baba is telling that, oh, look, Baba is responsible. I'm just surrendering myself, I'm just being carefree. So it's a very subtle things. When is Maya working? When is Baba working? So now the question is, how do you know? What are the signs that when is the true surrender? When it is Maya, my laziness saying that, oh, it is Baba's job, Baba will do it. I don't have to worry.
When we have that push attitude within us, um, I mean, see, we don't um, see when we don't do or we don't expect others acting, or when we don't see others doing what we expect. Is that what you meant, or um,
Say, for example, so Baba gave two examples in this Murli. One example is when there was no food in the house and he has to feed. 1 o'clock is the lunchtime, and there is nothing until 11 a.m. And then there is no sight that, okay, there is no plan. Like, how do you get that thing? And Baba, at that moment, Baba was carefree. It is Baba's yagya. I'm just the instrument. Baba is the protector and benefactor. All of these are Baba's children, and that is what's on his mind. And if you actually see, there was one more example where he was telling, oh, for tomorrow's book, let's do lapsi. And for that, they have to clean up the the wheat and the grain and all kinds of stuff. And then he saw that nothing has been done, and then everyone was in their own world. So then Baba took the initiative. He started cleaning up, and then one after other, everyone joined, like mamas, dadis, everyone joined, and then cleaned up. They cleaned up the whole sack full of grain, right? So when to take action, when to surrender. So he did both actions. He said, like, oh, it is Baba's thing. Let Zadis do. It is not my responsibility. I already told. They'll figure it out. In that situation, he stepped up. He took the initiative and then started cleaning up the grain for next day's work because nobody is doing it. And in this situation, he said, like, look, I have to step back. It is Baba's task. How do you know when to step in and when to step out? How do we know that it is Baba's yagya, I have to do something, I have to step out and then do something? On when to know that, oh, it is Baba's thing, I have to surrender, I have to step back. Is my question clear?
yeah, it's clear.
So now that is where Maya works.
Yeah,
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Uh, when when I'm in a body consciousness stage and then I act, then the sign symptoms will be the tiredness and ego and conflicts, and also sorrow. There could be
Mm.
some spurts of happiness, but then overall there will be sorrow. But
Mm.
when I am in the consciousness of Baba and as an instrument, I am doing the same act now in another scenario. Then either soul will be and having that energy and untiring, tireless kind of stage, and then happiness will be there naturally on the face, and I'll be contented,
Mm.
and the intellect will not waver. Uh, while doing the act, I will do as if it is just I will not feel the kind of efforts or the struggle in the act, and it will happen very naturally. And even the results will
Mm.
not waver the intellect, and the outcomes will not affect the soul. I think these are the signs of whether I am, taking the knowledge in the right sense, or I am, kind of just acting, and I mean, basically taking the knowledge in the wrong sense. That's what you brought out two scenarios. Knowledge can
Mm.
be used in either ways. Even the drama can be used in either ways. Drama में होगा तो कर लेंगे,
That's right.
you know. So everything will
Yeah.
happen. No, every act, I am on the stage. I am an actor. Every act has to be performed. It cannot happen wishy-washy. It cannot happen without me
Yeah.
coming on the stage and I just like a dumb. I'm standing there, and the Baba director, if he has to get it acted, he'll get it acted and all that. No, I
Mm.
have to act. I know the script. What is the hero script and what is the other script? So I have to go as per what is the hero script, and just do go and do it
Yeah.
and leave, and then say it is Baba who has got it done through me, and now I'll check and change. Okay, there was something where still I was in body consciousness. Let me now work on that and come back again. Again, let me try again from this moment to be in total soul conscious stage. I
Mm.
mean, these are the signs which will be there, and happiness, joy, zeal, enthusiasm. All these are the telltale signs that soul is in a true, zero state. That is 000. That state, absolute soul consciousness. Om
Yeah, and I think this is what something we need to churn on, because Maya is very subtle either too. Baba is powerful and subtle. Maya is also subtle and powerful. So let's meditate on that topic. And definitely, just to add to what you just mentioned, the point is looking at the self, what is going on inside. That will give you the clues that is it Baba, is it the surrender to Baba, or am I surrendering to Maya, which is like the laziness, which is actually driving me to think the way I am thinking. So looking at the self is a good start to figure out which is working, Maya or Baba. Okay. Yep, Pramila Ben, you saying?
Yeah, what I wanted to say is that if something has to be done, then there'll be a very strong feeling that this is the thing to be done. I'm sure that Brahma Baba had that feeling because I know it in my own self.
Mm.
If I know this is something that Baba wants me to do, then there's a very strong feeling. There's no doubt at all about anything.
Mm.
So I think that is how it works.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Cool.
there are many things which I can't talk about. So, but
Mm.
this is the thing that the course of action becomes very determined and very straightforward and very, this is
Obvious.
what has to be done.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So let's try to observe ourselves. Swadarshan includes observing what is happening, who is driving the drama. Is it Maya or Baba? And consciously giving Baba option to act. Yeah, let's try that for the rest of the day. Let's make a minute, meditate. Make yourself very subtle, comfortable. making your mind and intellect very subtle, allowing Baba's love and light, lifting your body, mind, your awareness, becoming very subtle, absorbed in Baba's love and light, and let this loving presence guide your action for the rest of the day. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harshabai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.